is up, guys? Evanaldo here. Figured I'd do a little live stream for you. It is Friday. We're coming into the weekend now. So that's cool. What's up, Victor? Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Always appreciate the smashing the like button. I was on Paul Barron a little bit earlier today, not too long ago. I think it got published pretty recently, maybe I don't know, a half hour ago, not long at all. So if we look at kind of our weekend outlook, our what we can see here, and obviously. I mean, Friday through Sunday, generally the hardest days to predict the market. But, usually you're in the uptrend. There's a little bit of bearishness. Maybe that will get people to open, some shorts. And then, voila, you get the green dot in the daily and you continue forward and hit 108. And then maybe you generally continue through that for a slow incline over the next month or two. So that's possible too. So, yeah. And the same thing could be said about ETH. So yeah, I mean, you come up to your area, you consolidate, and I mean, as Pentoshi would tell you, who knows if he's changed his opinion on that? People change their opinions sometimes, but consolidation is a form of correction. Sometimes consolidation is a form of correction, and they keep going up. Now, it's not to say if you look at funding rates, you could definitely keep going. If you look at funding rates, I mean, you scared the hell out of everyone with ETH, and now you erased a lot of this pain. You're at 2,600 right now, so you're in the midst of October of 24, that area before you had that rally upward. So I mean, you erased this goodness, and then you erased a lot of this pain. So you erased the goodness, you erased the pain. I mean, you're where you were about a year and a half ago. I mean, you'd still be ahead. If you got in at any point, after, well, between. May of 22 and, November, really out. Yeah. I mean, really January 24. So if you got in a little over a year ago, you would have been good. You know what I mean? You'd be ahead. You would have bled against Bitcoin, obviously, but you would be ahead, which is good kind of for ETH. That's what we're kind of looking at right here. So, I mean, in all likelihood, when you get a jump like this, like I've mentioned on the stream plenty of times, most likely you bottomed out against Bitcoin. Most likely you're kind of home free, but there's going to be, other curveballs and stipulations and things. So yeah. Man, hot outside where I am. Starting to get into the real summer season. Really hot. Takes a lot out of you. I was walking around outside a little bit, doing some chores, and then was on Paul Barron earlier. Got to get your sleep in. Got to get your hydration in. All those really important things. That's what you kind of really got to get in there. So yeah. Bear div on that Bitcoin dominance, so 9 days to confirm. Yeah, so I mean, I think if that confirms, you kind of home free there, and then continuation on Solana. ARB, I mean, if you could hold kind of that area there, you could hold that area there, then you're okay. Now, holding it so far, but we'll see. Maybe you reverse this time. I'm curious, just looking at like things that have underperformed. Curious about Filecoin. Yeah, I mean, you made a lower low there. Big area though. Maybe you get a nice jump here. We'll see. I mean, that's the thing we're kind of hoping for a lot of the alts. And I think if anything could kind of, if anything could be a catalyst for that, allow that to happen, it's probably maybe this chart, others versus Bitcoin here. And, when we look at that, I mean, it should hold these lows. You're coming down a little bit, which is kind of expected. But as long as Bitcoin dominance goes down, I don't imagine this would go down any further. And so yeah, and you see that bull dip on that 2 week. In terms of, I mean, AVAX, I'm just looking at in terms of like if you're trying to get the dips in on this, and man, I did a hard workout, not yesterday, the day before, and I'm still sore. My serratus anterior right here from doing push-ups, and it's good because this shoulder is like really, it's always, lack of activation on the serratus anterior and middle lower traps, I think, probably some other things too, but kind of good to have that finally, being activated a little bit more. I bought this cool shirt too. Little guy right there. So yeah, you know. So yeah, it is what it is. But man, we're covering for that. Maybe I'll do a little workout after this. But man, it's hot out. You're getting into that summer. Kind of like as hot as it gets in Miami in the summer. You do get used to it, but I mean, it's still, especially running around in it and all those type of things. Man, as you get older, it's something you got to get used to. I mean, most places in the world they have, unless you're in kind of Southern California, they have pretty extremes. Whether you're in the mountains, like a lack of oxygen, or it's just really hot in the summertime or whatever. There's those type of things. But man, the muscle is still pretty sore, which is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. It's going to grow back stronger or get stronger or whatever. Polygon's been like the most. I mean, the thing too with like ever since the inception of this, I think that's where it was, or ever since the 24 high, it was down 90% from there, 80%. So it got killed worse than a lot of other things. Really just been going down since that, January 22. So, but I do think you may be in store to finally turn around a little bit. You got your 4ELXs, there's some things starting to turn around. So, I think some people would be happy with this at 50 cents, double from here, and then we'll see where it goes from there, Ape coin, 61 cents. So, a lot of things seeing a little bit of correctional consolidation on the way up, but I definitely wouldn't be too concerned as of yet, Just my main guess there, main view. So that kind of, that area there, looking at virtuals. I mean, that probably will come down a little bit more. I mean, I can see the markets coming down more. It's hard to say. Do you think this trigger wave is going to, bring us up more? Do you think that's going to, I mean, it's hard to exactly say. But usually you follow the trend, which would tell you generally more upward. Your funding rates ain't bad. Yes, there's not, I don't see the demand of, dumb money trying along that would bring us down. There's not enough liquidity to take away just yet. I would think. I mean, anything's possible, obviously, but I think you know what I mean. But ApeCoin, bull div right there, 3 weeks. So I think we got. I mean, it's a long way. You still got a long way. I mean, that's the thing too. It's if you're looking at December, if you're looking at end of year, I mean, that's still more than half a year, 6-7 months. I mean, that's a long array. 7.5 months. I think it's a long time. So yeah. What's up, Prime Plays? Appreciate you. Appreciate new folks. So yeah. Just thinking here. I mean, I looked at Mutant API. I mean, that's not moving. I mean, it's moving up, but $6,000 a pop for those right now. I mean, we would hope for a double. I think I bought mine at 12 grand, so burned some interest in ApeCoin on it, but one of the riskier plays. But yeah, I think the next 6-7 months is going to be crucial, going to be big. Which one coin should you invest? I mean, that's like the worst. I mean, why do you want to just invest in one coin? I mean, that's my question. Why do you have to just invest in one coin? I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's like. There's certain times where you invest $1,000 in one thing and then you do well, but I mean, it's usually not the best play to just buy one thing. I mean, ate a lot of food before this. I guess, a little bit of the tiredness is getting to me a little bit. Saw ETH versus Bitcoin right there, so yeah. Trying to get that jump. Almost looks like you want to roll over a little bit on ETH Bitcoin, but you're coming into the weekend. It's hard to two or three coins. I mean, even that's a low amount, but I mean, certain ones I like. ETH definitely. AVAX we talked about. I've liked AVAX. Maybe Chainlink number 3. Yeah, maybe Tron. I would say ETH. If it's one coin, oh yeah. I mean, that the answer to that question really, like, if you consider ETH an altcoin, I guess, and I mean, I think everyone does at this point because it's done so poorly. I mean, yeah, probably ETH. Right now, I would say ETH to answer that. Because ETH, you got a good shot at like a 2 or 3x at least. You know what I mean? Like a 2, yeah, probably a 2x at least. So that would be a good chance. So you're not really. I mean, it could. I mean, who the hell knows what's going to happen? I mean, it could go down. I think it's pretty unlikely at this point, but it's still crypto. And that jump right there. I mean, you could do something like this theoretically. I mean, this would be like way out of the cycle, and then yeah. I mean, that'd be interesting. Like if you were to, I mean, this would be completely breaking the cycle, and I don't think it would happen. But well, actually. That's not impossible. You still got like 5 months to go nuts, but I don't think that's a likely scenario. So yeah, like I would think gradually you'd stay bullish another month or two, then get your typical summer lull, come down, I don't know, 20%, maybe even 30%, and then continue forward into the end of the year. That would make sense. So yeah. Just thinking here, yeah. EOS, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there was promise behind that at one point. It's kind of dead now. I mean, it's looked okay on the charts as of in recent years. I should say recent weeks, I guess. I mean, I think you got a shot at jumping up, but it just keeps bleeding. Well, let's look at it against Bitcoin. I mean, I think a lot of things will outperform Bitcoin now. So yeah, I wouldn't bet a lot on this, but it looks good against Bitcoin at least. I think it'll probably come up a little bit. I mean, it's probably hasn't had a change in direction in 6 years. So maybe, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, just look at this damn pattern. I mean, every time you get those two or three green Heiken Ashies, then you're done. But maybe it'll turn around finally. I mean, who knows? Is it worth holding EOS? If you have another goddamn 30 or 40 coins like I do, probably. If not, no. If you're just looking for 5 to 10 good coins, hell no. If you're trying to trade it, maybe. What's up, French Toaster? The thing, too, is like if you're really bullish on Bitcoin, I mean, MicroStrategy would probably be the bigger buy. But that's the thing with that is, like, let's look at, so it's recovered a bit here. And let's look at MicroStrategy ETH. ETH MicroStrategy. So you're seeing, which is good here. You're seeing a jump and you're back at 6 points. So you're ahead of that low, which is good. So I think ETH would be really, ETH is like the big move right now for not a ton of risk and potentially really outperforming Bitcoin by, maybe 100%, maybe more. I mean, it is, I mean, if you were to outperform it by 100%, that would be here. You might be able to get back up to these highs against Bitcoin maybe by the end of the year. That's probably best case scenario. I don't know if you can get, I mean, can you get higher? I don't know. I mean, you probably need B to go to goddamn 11K at that point. So less likely, but possible. Using government that. Yeah, this would probably, yeah, that would bring yields higher. Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, the thing too is like, I mean, yields should go down, but then you're just looking at like America's just stance in the world. Like, it's just harder to compete against everybody else, a little bit harder than it used to be. You got the trigger within 2 week. I mean, maybe this goes even higher. Who the hell knows? I mean, it's a sad part of all this. Let's see here. Don't know. That area. Blood diamond right there, ETH versus Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, not too much going on, which is kind of be expected. I mean, volume is low. That's what Paul Barron was telling me. I mean, we're talking about in the show, volume is low. I mean, volume is probably going to shoot up in the next few weeks, and that could be a nice jump for altcoins the next few weeks. That definitely could be. I don't know if this is the best thing for the crypto market, though, in terms of news, but that doesn't really mean much. I mean, it's not, the news is never going to be, 100%, And there's always different possibilities. Let's see if I throw in American. And Trump's doing. Yeah, I mean, say what you want about Trump. I mean, he's working on a lot of stuff in the Middle East. I mean, I think the tariffs are doing some decent deals. I mean, you could argue that China, the Dems are saying China got what they wanted, but I mean, it's not like any worse than how it was, I think the most likely thing it would be for ETH something like that. Probably sooner rather than later. Sooner meaning within a month to 6 weeks or something. But yeah, and the big thing to look at here is just, I mean, this is just like 100% almost. So I mean, it would make sense, like some consolidation, maybe jump up a little bit, call it sideways upward. Or, I mean, obviously, you could talk about the bearish case, come back down to this low, the 2100. But I kind of think where we are right now is like just such a big support, like historically, that I think we've kind of reclaimed it, that 2500. That's what I think, you know what I mean? So that's ultimately what I'm kind of looking at right now. Thinking here. Do I do options trading? Not often, man. I've sold some put options to get into things. Sometimes that's one way to get into things. There's a few different things I've done. I've done options. You do it long term a little bit more for like I like the Pelosi. If you wanted to take Pelosi's damn trades, Nancy Pelosi, maybe a little late for that. You'd be. I was talking about it in the Disney. Let me show you what I posted. It's a little. Well, not a little late. You'd be up a lot right now. You'd still probably make more, but before the big jump, the big recovery, I was talking about taking some of her options trades, and I mean that's like just outperformed everything. But I mean, you guys want a 10, a lot of people want a freaking 10x, and you get a 10x, but you probably get 50 to 100% or something. And if you look at where was it right here, yeah, all these call options so Google call options. I mean, with the AI, probably would do well. Amazon for obvious reasons. NVIDIA, just these call AI, very diverse. I mean, this is a good portfolio. Like, I mean, pretty good. Like, this isn't, I mean, it's obviously insider trading. Yes, at least soft insider trading, but like, it's a pretty good portfolio to have. Like, this is not for a tech AI, like, for an AI investment, things that change people's lives, looking at the futures is pretty damn good. I mean, even if you just bought these on spot, like, who was laughing? I think Ricky, yeah. Every hedge fund will last, yeah. Yeah. So I mean this is just you could just find this through ChatGPT. This is public info, and usually they expire. The expiry for most of these, I think, yeah, it's all January 20. So I think you would hold until like the end of December. Then I would just sell them. I wouldn't try to exercise. I mean, you could exercise the options if you want to keep the damn. Yeah, you want to keep the stock, but I mean, I would probably just sell for tax season and pay the taxes and just copy her again the next year. I mean, they're getting older. I mean, how much longer is she going to have all those connections, and how long do her and Paul even care about making more money? You know what I mean? It probably gets to the point where, just spend time with your family or whatever as you get real old, but who knows? So that's kind of what I'm looking at there, but yeah. Okay, I mean, it's easier to look at Decrypto. It would be easier to look at like an options call book for that, like on Robinhood, and it'll tell you. I'm not even that great at explaining that. I think ChatGPT's taking my job away, but I mean, I think for that, like, I mean, I'm not the best person to explain that type of stuff, but best time to wait, best time to win, best kind of, yeah, I mean, the longer term ones are going to have more flexibility. If you do long term call options, you're betting it's going to go up over the next year. I mean, that's kind of the best way to do it, kind of like the Pelosi one. Let's see, what's up, Craig? Maybe it was an avalanche. Are you going to the Bitcoin? Yeah, I'm going to the Bitcoin conference. I will be there. Yep. Great, appreciate you, Bird and Stone. RWA coin. I don't know, man. I mean, well, that would there was optimism, there was arbitrage. I'm not even the biggest expert on that type of stuff, but I don't know. Maybe optimism, right? I mean, I don't even know if I own either of them. But yeah, well, yeah. DeFi, not in the. I mean, if you count like staking, excuse the language, staking a mutant ape, getting ape coin as DeFi, then yes. I mean, that's stake stuff, but no, I'm not doing any like farming or anything hardcore like that. Not right now. I've tried it in the past. It's not really. I'm more of a trader. I mean, that's more of what I do. Not knocking DeFi or any of that, but just more of my game is trading. So yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. I mean, that's even trading in one way, but it's a different type of. It's just so different. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Jason Casper? Just sitting here freaking putting my hand in my face, wiping my face or whatever. Jason Casper, what's up here, man? What's up here? What's up, man? What's up here, man? Yeah, I'm getting the heat is hot where I am. It is hot where I am. I was outside for a minute. You got to keep hydrated and all that. But how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well, Jason Casper. Shout out to Jason Casper. Got to get you on the channel. We got to get your collab. We had CVO on the other day. That was pretty good. Got to get Jason Casper on. And yeah, if you guys, I'm sure you guys all know about Jason Casper, at least most of you. We got some new people coming over from Paul Barron's channel, but yeah, so check out Jason's channel. Does a lot of really, really good trading. I mean, Jason, I would ask you what you think Bitcoin's going to do, but I mean, I don't think. I mean, if you have any insights, share them. But I don't think there's. It's not too. It's kind of hard to say right now. I think, you know. I mean, macro looks good, but yeah. Another rotation to 70s. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm too optimistic. I just feel like that we're past that, but who knows? I mean, you could, that would be like the less likely scenario, I think. But yeah, it would be a higher low or double bottom type thing there. And then you would kind of continue into the end of the year and hopefully make new highs or whatever, which could happen. That'd be a nightmare for ETH. You'd probably come back to 1,700, 1,500 or something. But I mean, who knows? I mean, I think that if you look at Fed policy, it may support that. I mean, it's still like a strict damn policy. I mean, we've been, people were talking about Fed jumping in, emergency cutting rates, and all we see is yields coming back up as this market, has recovered. So, I mean, higher interest rates for longer is what Powell said the other day, too. So, I mean, the thing, everybody's going crazy about 70s, but I mean, that's usually you end up going there whenever it goes crazy. And then it's everyone says it's going on. I mean, I don't know. I think 3,200, my guess would be 3,200 for the next 1 to 2 months for ETH, then a correction. Maybe 120 for Bitcoin next 1 to 2 months, then a correction. You get the big jump up, then you get the gradual jump for a month or two, then you get the pullback in the, in the summer. 2024 range rejected. Let's see that. Made a new low. Yeah, I mean, rejected from. I mean, it probably shows my ignorance. I don't even know the 88s. Which are you talking about? Yeah, it's like I don't know which fib level. I would guess it would be like something huge. You're talking like if we're looking at like I would guess you're referring to like, is it that? Well, let's see, 88. Oh, I don't even have the 80. I thought isn't the 80. Oh, dude, I probably look dumb right now because I don't even. The 618. Or there's this. I mean, there's that big pocket. The 72. We didn't quite hit that. Oh, you're talking about on the way up. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, if you're talking about, well, no, I'm not drawing it. I'm missing. Well, maybe. Hold on. There's a few different scenarios here. Yeah. Well, look. I mean, you're making a lower. I mean, if you make a lower high here, then yeah. Yeah. Geez, everybody. I remember I was more bearish. I was too bearish in early 23. And even into mid 23, and now all my audience is like so bullish we can't even trying to think what would I mean, if you look at general 4-year cycle, you that's your beginning of the year. This was kind of delayed because of tariffs and went out farther because of tariffs, but that's your general 30% correction. So theoretically you would be home free and you would keep going. That's that, that'd be that scenario. I think funding rates right now would not, I mean, the funding rates do not mean that it could go either way, but when you look at crypto funding rates, I know some of you guys do, some of you guys probably think it means nothing, but I mean, there's truth in both of that, but, they're not that crazy high. They're not that crazy high, and they support us keep going, especially on Bitcoin too, so I don't know, I wouldn't get overly pessimistic just yet, but anything is possible as always. I think alts could start to go up one by one. The thing we got going against us, like that'll probably always go against us. It seems like it's gone against us for freaking, it's literally years now, is monetary policy. But I mean, we'll see. Yeah. I mean, Trump's just doing the deals and stuff. I don't think that's... If we go down, it's probably not going to be because of Trump, I don't think. But who knows? You know. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. A lot of geographical, geopolitical instability. Okay, interesting. But yeah, I'll shoot you a DM, Jason Casper, if you're still there. We'll try to get a collab going. Try to get you on. I'm sure everybody would like to hear from you. Got some new thumbnails a little bit. It says, we're always in tweet away from Trump, the sick level. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, the plunger, yeah, that's awesome, yeah. What's up, Seth? Yeah. I mean, I'm in some longs, but you know, I'll show you all the. I don't have the. I'm not showing you stop losses, but I'm generally pretty long. Most of these have. I mean, this is profits were locked in, profits locked in, profits locked in. Most of these have had profits locked in. So yeah. I mean. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just thinking here. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna really stay on. There's not a ton more to talk about. I'm gonna try to hit the gym and then. But man, you got to get used to that heat here, man. And just that little walking around and stuff, you know, could be treacherous. You know, you're in high altitudes, you got to get used to the lack of oxygen. You know, there's a lot of things to get used to in life. I'll tell you that much. A lot of things to get used to. TLT, I would hope, should come up. Yeah, that's interesting. That's okay. Yeah, it came back down. I don't know. Maybe it's just a fluke that it came down. Maybe it should keep going up. We want it to come. I mean, we obviously want it to come up. That should help us out. But, you know, I think you're getting there. I mean, see these high time. Yeah. And it's just, yeah, you had that looked good there. You kept going up and then nope. Yeah, you know, not quite. Yeah. So that's that. But, yeah, anyway, guys, I mean, if you guys are interested in trading, check out BloFin, pinned chat in the chat, 10% of your fees for life, only with my link. Similar thing, same thing for the fees off for life and your link in BitFi. And both of those give at least like a 10% deposit bonus. It's up to 3K that you can get on BloFin. I think it's a little less on BitFi, but they're both pretty good. The Reclaim 100, yeah, probably keeps range 80 and 90. And next, so you're talking about Bitcoin? Then 6 months, that's a lot to just be sideways, man. That's a lot to... Yeah, I don't know. How do you guys interpret this? I mean, I'm not... Like, I think it's not with the rating being cut. Like, we've been seeing that. I think Buffett, well, if you care about anything Buffett says, he said it's not that big a deal. But Yeah, increasing government debt, definitely not the good thing, not the best thing. What's Doge doing? I thought Doge was supposed to take away all the debt. No, a little too complicated. There's only so much they could do. That's the thing. You get a different administration and there's only so much they can do. So yeah. Let's see here. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I don't know. There's just not a ton to really talk about right now. Yeah, political, the rate cuts or whatever. I don't know. I mean, who knows? But I mean, no, I mean it probably deserves to have our credit rating, the U.S.'s credit rating to go down. I would guess, but yeah. Ant rally? You mean alt rally? Yeah, I mean we'll see. I think we generally I would give it. I think we could keep going a little bit more. I mean, if you compare, what is it on the 3-day or something? Yeah. But yeah, I think I may call it. Just not much to talk about. But I mean, some good signs. 3 weeks, 16 days to confirm, though. I mean, the other thing that I think we were waiting is was it the monthly heat? Yeah, I mean, 15 days to confirm. So I think confirming this month pretty good. And I think June generally would be a green month. You'll probably see a red month either July, August, maybe even September. But then after that, you'll probably generally be green. And I think that's kind of how I would map out the year. Maybe just one other red month and mainly green. Yeah. John. Well, I mean, S&P 500. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's not like S&P 500. I mean, Bitcoin in the 70s. Would that trigger a recession that's coming down to this point again? I don't know. 500. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It could. I mean, your odds would be much higher. They would go. I mean, your odds right now are at. I mean, your odds of recession seem lower than your odds of the Knicks losing more, which they looked terrible the other day. But yeah, I mean 36%, not very high right now. I mean, it could come back up. Anything could happen. Who's favored here? Yeah, okay. People thinking the Knicks will win this one. That's tonight. Yeah, they might pull it off. And then they win the series. But they'll probably. Who are they going to face? The Pacers next? They're probably not going to. I mean, if they win this, they could be a contender. I think they need OKC to lose, but that could. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't even know who's playing tonight. But I don't follow it too closely. But I mean, price of a dozen eggs is obviously in America, right? It's below 4. I guess it's average. Yeah. Yeah, they're not. He's not going to step down yet, I don't think. He hasn't really. I mean, he's technically not the CEO of Twitter anymore, but he kind of still is, right? Like, yeah. Anyway, guys, like I said a million times so far, I think I'm going to get going. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow. We'll see what happens. If there's anything notable in the market. I mean, sometimes it's a little boring right now, but I wouldn't get overly pessimistic. I think there's still a good odds that we keep going. I mean, it's harder to read in the weekend. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Smash the like button. Check out BloFin down below. If you want to get a Bitcoin conference ticket, I got 10% off the link down below as well. I'll see you guys. At the Bitcoin conference.